Alright, sorry about that. Took me a little bit longer than I planned. But we have another off without a link. But Franklin. And yes, but as in a yes. But Franklin. They're our next off. And we got here. Get out of my head. How about you fucking get out of my head, boy? What if I don't wanna? What if I don't wanna, eh? You're viewing the edit history on this page. The version shown below is revision 2 from 2005. 10th to 15th. Wow. Rather high. Oh, okay. that's a cute little mode. Where you got that? Where you got those from? Senpai, where you got those from? 1648. Object class is safe. The containment procedures SB3121 is contained in shelf C cage 8 of the safe miniature biological Sambio. Containment corridor at size 66. Professional diet is 1 tablespoon of nutrient supplement fruit mix twice daily. Note to containment technicians, same as the mix given to SCP-1192 housed on the shelf above. 1 fresh living mealworm larva is also to be offered as food once a week, depending on good behavior. Mealworm larva. Ugh. Allowing SCP-3121 to craft tools and structures reduces outward signs of distress. Dependent on good behavior, raw materials such as straw, small sticks, and leaves may be introduced into SCP-3121's cage. SCP-3121's stick hut, which it has constructed using enrichment materials, is not to be replaced when cleaning. And here we have a picture that says, location in Fontainebleau, France, where SCP-3121 were covered. That's a cute little hut. My cat emojis are mostly from Radley. Oh, wait, your cat? Your actual cat? That's is that SCP picture where Henry lives in when you are in Area 51? Why would you suggest that Henry would just live in the forest? If he just lives here. What, you think Henry just decides to just like, well shit, Afro's gone. Might as well leave this comfortable bed and live in be in a shed made out of sticks. These are some cute emotes. No, she's a Twitch streamer. I'm sub, so I get to use her emotes. Gotcha. I thought like when you said my cat, I was like, wait, like they made an emote about your cat, just like that. Can you imagine if that was a thing? If like a Twitch stream was like, it's like, yeah, just send me a picture of your pets and I'll make emotes about them and then you can use them. Honestly, clever. That if you want to really build like a connection with your audience, that would be actually a cool idea. Description: SCP-3121 is a sapient humanoid measuring 9.8 centimeters in height. Tiny as shit. Tiny. I do have 3 cats though. That is a cowabunga. Claudio is hanging out listening. Oh, that is the cutest. Claudio. You have one called Meowio. It's a me, Meowio. In addition to its small stature, the entity displays other deviations from standard human morphology. SCP-3121's skin is sea green in tone and covered in wart-like nodules. It also possesses exaggerated facial features, including a heavy brow, prominent cheekbones, and markedly pointed ears, nose, and chin. Is it a fucking like goblin? What is it? Its overall appearance is reminiscent of an imp. Ah, yeah, here we go. Or a hobgoblin in European folklore. I fucking got it! Aside from its appearance, SCP-3121 is not known to exhibit any other anomalous traits at present. Note: SCP-3121 was only recently brought into containment, so the full extent of its properties is yet to be determined through testing. Its biological functions and requirements appear to be as expected of a similarly sized non-anomalous mammal. SCP-3121 displays both primary and secondary masculine sexual characteristics. The other two are Talu and Shaddix. Why does those two names sound familiar? Shaddix, I guess I think of Shaddock, like this fusion of Sonic and Shadow from Not So Unleashed. But Talu also sounds like I nailed from somewhere. It's another friend of mine. Watch it like commit like genocide, and I'll be like, mechanic, you have to get better friends. But it's a safe SCP, so we don't have to assume that. SCP-3121 speaks in a dialect similar to Middle High German, a form of the German language spoken between the 11th and the 14th centuries. Dr. Lena Reiterer, a foundation linguist with some fluency in a later form of her language, early New High German, is able to hold conversations with the entity. SCP-3121 is currently uncooperative in interviews, displaying behavioral signs of distress and continually asking for the whereabouts of its wife. Also, was willst du denn für uns, hä? Du kleiner Goblin. Was suchst du denn?
Oh, ich suche meine Frau. Hast du sie wahrscheinlich hoffentlich gesehen?
Nein.
Scheiße. Shit.
Shaddix is named after Jacoby Shaddix, lead singer of Papa. Oh, that's where I heard it from. So you can speak. Yeah, I could speak with that one. SB31, like I could speak. Imagine if like I speak regular German to them, and then it's like they understand me, but in the moment I switch over to Swiss German, they're like, okay, now you lost me. What the hell? Which will happen all the time with German speakers. SB3121 was originally found in the forest of Fontainebleau in northern France on the 2005 13th, inhabiting a crudely constructed hut made from sticks. Materials found within suggest inhabitation for two entities, so the wife used to be there. It is believed that the wife, mentioned by SCP-3121, was near the site at the time of initial retrieval, but evaded capture without being seen by containment personnel. Addenda: show SCP-3121 interview log. Date 2005, 10th, 15th, 11th, 29th UTC. Interviewer Dr. Lena Reiterer. Supervised by senior researcher Jacob Curie, sentient containment specialist. Dialogue translated from archaic High German unless noted otherwise. So we have Dr. Reiterer, which is just German for like rider. Ein Reiter is a rider, like as in like a horse rider. Not sure if Reiterer is if that's like that doesn't exist like as in like a extension of rider, but still kind of hilarious. Okay, now I call her speak with a German accent. Hello, SCP-3121. SCP-3121 runs to the corner of the cage and cowers. How's it going? Is everything good with you?
What do you want from me? I beg you, let me leave this place. I want to leave.
I appreciate that. You likely find this place very strange. No dialogue for 11 seconds. Do you understand me? No dialogue for 5 seconds.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions about yourself. May I? SB-3121 is silent. Can you... Oh, now we have Senior Curry in English. Tell the anomaly that it risks being punished if it doesn't cooperate. I don't think that's necessary yet. I mean, we're only getting started. We should exploit this fear response. It works on sapiens, especially early in containment. Trust me on the... Oh, motherfucker! No, Arnold is not the correct accent. Because Arnold is more Austrian, not German. And even then, Arnold's accent is like a special kind. But fuck you, Senior Curry.
Use fear. Do it. Do it. Scare him.
He's just there like Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine.
Do it. Do it. Scare him.
SCP-3121, your life here would be better if you answer me questions. Where do you come from? It's still silent. How old are you? Do you know? SCP-3121 is silent. Are there other people like you? That is to say, are the creatures who look like you? SCP-3121 makes a groaning noise.
I beg you, let me go. My wife is surely worried about me. I want to return to my wife. She's surely looking for me. I want to see my wife. Let me leave. I want to see my wife.
What did it normally say? It's talking about about its wife. The anomaly is saying that it wants to go back to its wife, that the wife will be looking for it. Good. A point of vulnerability. Oh! Oh! You are a piece of shit, aren't you? That's what you got out of this? Oh. Henry! Smite him. What the hell you mean we have to leave him alone? You have a point. You have a point. Henry's saying Karma has something way worse in plan. We can exploit that if necessary. Keep going. Where do you think your wife is? We can bring her to you.
I won't tell you. You can't catch her. She's too
Swinde? What? Can be translated variously as strong, angry, quick. It must be like an older German word.
She's cleverer than me. She won't be caught like I was. Just let me go to her. Let me leave this place and go to her.
I asked it where we could find the wife. It said that it wouldn't tell us and that we can't catch her because she's too clever and fierce. I think that was the word. Right, this is getting nowhere. The anomaly clearly is not yet acclimatized to containment. I'm terminating this interview now at time 32 minutes past 11. Reasons given: uncooperative subject, low priority due to minimal risk. Could I have a little more time to... Audio ends. So, supervisor comments. I have now read the translated log. The risk of negative consequences for non-compliance was not made as clearly as it could have been. This should be corrected in the next interview. We need to relocate this wife. Senior researcher Jacob Curry. That guy, that is some bullshit. He double checked. He double checked to be like, oh, did you actually threaten him with anything? Did you, like, you know, use fear?
Did you use fear, Dr. Reiter? I see you didn't do it.
and now it's like we gotta add that into. Cazzo Forza di Meria. You are viewing the edited history of the page. The version shown below is revision 5 from 2005, 10/24. Okay, 1902. SCP-3121 is a developing phenomenon. The below documentation is provisional and subject to change. I need to check something. Object class Keller. Speculative procedures -A. Previously, SCP-3121 is contained according to previous procedures. Change pending. Locating and containing -B is a high priority. Oh, the wife. Can you imagine if the wife is like actually like a fucking orc? Foundation data crawlers are to monitor mentions of possible -B activity in all surveillance vectors, including internet traffic, civilian phone messages, security camera feeds, and emergency service radio. When an -B sighting is suspected, the nearest available mobile task force is to be immediately deployed to -B's last known location. All surviving witnesses of -B activity are to be located and amnesticized at the earliest opportunity. Description: -A previously SCP. Man, constantly something I think I know what's tickling in my throat right now. Because I have anchovies pizza. I think one of the fish, the anchovies grate is like stuck in my throat, so it's constantly like doing this. -A previously SCP-3121 is a sapient humanoid measuring 9.8 centimeters in height. A sapient humanoid. Oh yeah, humanoid. Yeah, the Goblin. Similar in appearance to imps or hobgoblins of European folklore. -A has masculine primary and secondary sexual characteristics and is capable of speech in a dialect similar to Middle German. Yeah. The Foundation currently holds as a -A in containment. -B is a sapient humanoid similar to -A. -B is uncontained, hostile, and dangerous. She's dangerous. She's super bad. Better watch out. She'll take you, man. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. What a song. According to video evidence, Dash B has the anomalous ability of traveling long distances instantaneously by entering the cranial cavities of human beings. It's believed Dash B is the wife character previously mentioned by Dash A. I hope the wife is like a big, strong orc. And like the hut that they lived in was actually never meant for the wife to live in. He just like slept next to the hut. Addenda. Show SCP-3121 video log 1. Okay, here we go. Location Zagreb, Croatia. Date 2005, 10th, 23rd, 9:13, 7:13 UTC. Security camera footage. Note no audio. Damn, she's dangerous. Yeah, like Darkwing Dog. Darkwing Dog! Darkwing Dog! Let's get dangerous. I don't know, sure. I'm in a singing mood today. Like a lot of songs are popping into my mind right now. 9:13:43 till 9:13:52. Pedestrians walk on the street. 3 cars drive past on the adjacent road. No unusual activity present. Nothing unusual yet, eh? 9:13:53 till 9:13:57. In the bottom right of the frame, a bald man facing away from the camera suddenly stops walking, touching the back of his head with his left hand. Aye. So that's right here. Still from 9:13:50. So like between all this, let's have a closer look, shall we? It's green. That's the bald man right there. 50. Okay, so I will say the seconds, but I will not always repeat the minutes. But right now I will. 9:13:59 till 9:14:06. The man later identified as Thomas Novak, 54 years old, loses balance, bracing himself against the wall with his arm. So now we have 7 seconds till 18 seconds. The bald man falls against the wall to the crouched sitting position, touching his head with both hands. A middle-aged woman in a green shawl carrying a shopping bag jogs into view from the bottom of the frame. She stops next to the man and leans towards him, apparently concerned for his well-being. 19 seconds till 31 seconds. A young man in a black coat walks over to observe the situation and exchanges some brief words with the woman in the green shawl. He then begins to make a call on his mobile phone. The bald man crashed against the wall, begins to shake violently. Witnesses report him moaning loudly at this point. Is he? Oh, what is happening here? 32 seconds till 40 seconds. The bald man, still facing away from the camera, stops shaking and falls still. 3 seconds later, the woman in the green shawl stands up abruptly, falling onto her back. The view... Okay, looks like the wife... The goblin wife is furious. The view shows the apparent reason for this. The back of the bald man's scalp has been suddenly split open by a large gash. Madre mia, what? A rhythmic movement of a small light-colored object can be observed within the wound, which coincides with the bald man's head jerking slightly as if his head is being opened from the inside. And now we're going back in time. Wait, did I... No, yeah, what? Because now... Okay, it looks like there must be... Okay, it must be like multiple events happening at the same time. So 34 seconds to 39 seconds. 3 more persons approach the scene from various positions. The wound is increasing in size and bleeding profusely. All bystanders appear to be reacting with panic. 40 to 45 seconds. The wound in the man's head bulges. A small figure about 10 centimeters in height bursts from the gash and leaps to the ground. She fucking aliened her way out of the man's body, but instead of coming out the stomach, she popped out the head. That's how Athena was born, with Zeus. Ah, shit! Athena. All bystanders jump and run to move away from the small entity, except for the middle-aged woman in the green shawl, who is no mechanic, a goblin, not an alien. Ah, because I mentioned alien in the movie. Yeah, of course. Duh. Pardon me, I take it back, mechanic. You were right. Who is still lying on her back after having fallen. 46 seconds to 56 seconds. 2 male bystanders flee the scene. The small figure looks around, pointing at several individuals. Witnesses report repeating a phrase in an unknown language as it does so. Oh fuck! The goblin put a curse on everybody. He's like, "You have a curse, and you have a curse, and." The figure then clambers up under the face of the middle-aged woman lying on the floor. Please, have mercy. 57 seconds till 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Blood quickly pools on the pavement below the woman as she clutches at her temples and throat. Autopsy examination indicates that the small figure used a slashing implement to sever several arteries in the woman's neck and face while climbing onto her head. You know what? Guys, maybe I might be mistaken, but I think the husband was right by calling her fierce. I might be wrong though. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this is just a common thing in Goblin universe. Maybe this is a way how they say hello to each other. The small figure stops slicing and disappears in the woman's face, apparently entering through the left eye. So, 20 seconds till 25 seconds. The woman's head jerks slightly and is still. Dark fumes rise out of her head. 26 seconds to 30 seconds. A can rolls out of the dead woman's shopping bag and onto the road is run over by a car. Red liquid sprays onto the asphalt. Why is that can important? Show video log number 2. There's a second one. Some more bullshit. Some more goblin shit happening. See, this is why the Goblin Slayer came out. The Goblin Slayer heard all this and was like, never again. Location Osaka, Japan. Not Japan! I do not volunteer as a tribute. Are you sure, senpai? You're a spicy senpai. Maybe this is the way how goblins make love. Maybe this is the way how they show absolute unadulterated love making. If that was the case, I would never want to witness an orgy. I'm sorry. I would just be like, God damn! What? How do you even enjoy this? Date 2005, 10th, 23rd, 16, 15. But I do. All for you. You take it. Security camera footage. Note, when time zones are taken into account, the following footage begins immediately after the end of video 1. No audio. Oh fuck, she teleported? 16, hour 16, 15 minutes, 30 seconds till 38 seconds. A group of 8 adolescents are standing in a circle. Again, a circle, just like the last one. 39 seconds till 45 seconds. One member of the group drops to the floor, grabbing the back of the head with both hands. Additional logs removed. Yeah, because it's just the same shit happening again, huh? Still from 16, 15, 22. Okay. So, for the thumbnail, either, guys, I make Goblin living in a stick hut, or Goblin pop out of head. That's one or the other, depending how difficult one or the other thumbnail is to make, I guess. Short document, Emma 14 situation reports senior Jacob Curry. Yeah, Jacob Curry. Are you still want to talk shit? You still want to say like, yeah, we should scare the husband. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go well. Situation report 24th 10th 2005. You know, it would be actually awesome if karma hits then, because then like what Henry just said will come true. Dashay told us in interview that his wife would be looking for it. It seems that the anomaly was correct to state this. Oh, you don't think? You think? The activities of this wife, -B, are described as follows. It cuts in the heads of humans through the eyes most often and penetrates a thin segment of skull. Witnesses report that the anomaly uses a large metal nail to do this. It enters the brain and performs an unknown action. Then -B and a perfect sphere of cerebral tissue disappear, leaving a hot, cauterized hole in the human brain. -B reappears in the brain of another human somewhere else on the planet and exits by cutting through the back of that person's head. It can then repeat the above process on a different individual. The travel between brains is instantaneous. So basically, it will continue to do this until it pops out the correct person, and the husband happens to be in the same room, or at least in the vicinity that they can tell my husband is here. That's a wild way to look for your loved one. Then -B in a perfect sphere was able to. Yeah, I read that. You can then repeat the no distance limit. No distance limit or pattern in the travel of Dash B has been observed. Analysis indicates that the human Dash B manifest in is chosen randomly. We have audio samples of Dash B speaking to witnesses. Miss Reiterer tells me that the anomaly speaks the same language as Dash A. The speech translates to a question about the location of Dash B's husband. Curse words are also
Wo ist mein Mann? Ihr verfickte Schweinhund!
Containing Dash B is of high importance. Dash B's activity is frequent and unpredictable. The activity. I love how this. It was considered like safe with the husband, right, by this hospital, but now it's like killer because the wife is going on an absolute rampage trying to find the husband. The activity often occurs in public places. Only 2 of the 48 civilians who have been host to Dash B's ability has survived. I'm gonna tell you right now, mechanic. As a respect for the marriage, I will never say "hear me out" to a married person. Even like in fiction, whenever like there's a woman who's like attractive, but the moment I know they're married to somebody else, I'll be like, they're off the table. I respect that you have a person you're married to. I will not pursue you with lust or love. So the fact that he has a husband, I'm just gonna be like, I'll leave that at that. Then next time, how about you don't use my like, oh yeah, it's all coming together emotive when you say "hear me out," eh? Trying to like weasel yourself out of the answer, eh? The current situation represents a severe information breach. Dash has not been compliant in providing information on Dash B and its anomalous travel ability. To increase the likelihood of obtaining this information, I have deprived the anomaly of all privileges and instituted more stringent interrogation techniques. Does this motherfucker not learn? Does he not learn? He's over here like, yeah, we gotta bring fear. We gotta make him scared. Dude, if the wife finds out that you, on purpose, terrorized her husband, death! You're viewing the edit history of this page. The version shown below is revision 9 from 2005, 11th, 1st, 851. It's a last. Oh, there's more. Oh, this is a long way. You could special contain procedures. I do like it though. I am down for goblin couple and wife going bonkers. Dash A and Dash B are to be contained separately. Oh wait, what? Each is to be contained in airlock chambers suitable for high-risk intelligent anomalies. Human contact is to be avoided when possible in order to minimize the risk of the entities utilizing their anomalous travel ability. Additional care will be taken with Dash B, which is hostile and aggressive. Dash B should be physically restrained at all times, with additional restraints added during interviews or other necessary close interactions. I will be honest, and I might be wrong for this. I was rooting for the wife. I was rooting that the wife was able to find a husband, that Jacob Curry is gonna eat shit, and then the breach. I was honestly, I may be wearing the foundation fucking coat right now, but I'm just saying. Locations of individuals known to have hosted Dash B's travel ability prior to containment. Look how many fucking locations Dash B. God damn, Dash B went all over, even like somewhere randomly here. I assume that's meant that my cousin is back. What? Why didn't you just send me a text message? Wait, hold on. Now I'm a little bit concerned that somebody came in that's not supposed to be in. Hold on. No idea yet. I will see very soon. This is the origin story of how she went from Euclid to Keller. Wouldn't it be all the way around? Because she Keller before, and now she's Euclid because she got captured. Dash A and Dash B, small sapient humanoids measuring approximately 10 centimeters in height, similar in appearance to imps or hobgoblins. Yep, both female. And Dash B, female. Both entities are capable of speech in a dialect similar to Middle High German. Dash B has demonstrated an anomalous ability to travel instantly between the brains of human beings. It's unknown whether Dash A also possesses this ability. Dash A was originally acquired alone at location in the forest of Fontainebleau, France on 2005 10th 13th. It is presumed that Dash B observed the containment of Dash A without being seen by containment personnel. 1 week later, on the 2005 10th 21st, Dash B began utilizing its anomalous travel ability in an apparent search for Dash A, which is described as its husband. 141 individuals across 48 countries are known to have been affected by Dash B's travel activity, of which 135 subsequently died due to traumatic brain injury. I'm just concerned a little bit for now. Dash B was contained in rural Bangladesh, having manifested in the head of a woman wearing a motorcycle helmet and being unable to break through the headgear. The female victim was then admitted to a local hospital as an apparent stroke victim, where medical staff noticed scraping sounds and muffled shouts emanating from her helmet. Mobile Task Force She-8 spear hunters were able to capture the entity at the site. Show Dash B interview log. Date 2005 10th 31 15:05 UTC. Dr. Lena Reiterer, senior researcher Jacob Curry. I don't like the Jacob. I gotta be honest. Head of Containment SCP-3121. Dialogue translated from archaic High German unless noted otherwise. The declaration of the interview, Dash B had been restrained to a chair capable of delivering electric shocks to the occupant. Let me guess, that's Curry's idea as well. I think from previous unrecorded dialogue.
Devil, you are unspeakable deformities, both of you. Cowardly lies, worms, pathetic worms. I curse your entire race to the endless torment of 18 hells. You blood-shamed plague, hateful savages, the disgrace of the earth.
Senior Curry administers an electric shock to silence Dash B. Dash B, you have to talk to us. I want to talk to you without you being hurt. It will be better for everyone. Dash B breathes heavily and wipes its mouth with his hand.
I know that you will kill me in this place. I do not fear death, you murderers.
You likely will not believe me, but I swear that we do not want you to die. We do not want that.
Do you think me a fool? How could I ever trust any of your kind? Your kind who carried out such slaughter upon my people. Centuries of slaughter, as if we were crawling vermin of the mud. You disgusting rot. Have you not killed enough of us?
To be fair, we had the Skinwalker incident, so...
We are nearly snuffed out, perished. My husband and I have not seen another of our kind for 200 years. We are the last ones left. Is this what you're doing? Are you ending us once and for all? Bastard devils, evil from the dark pits of the fetid pools and...
Don't give it another shock. This is useful. To Dash B. Dash B? When were you traveling through people's heads? What was your aim?
I don't understand your vulgar words. What are you saying?
I'm sorry. What were you seeking when you went inside heads and appeared in a different place?
I was seeking my husband. You surely have him here. I can sense his presence. I know it.
Like literally I feel his air. Yeah, so presence, yeah. What a fucking question. Why do you want to see him? What, you want to see your husband? But why though? Why do you want to see your husband, huh? What? You want to be together with your loved one?
What? Why? How can you not understand? You truly are monsters. I have lived with and loved that man these past 800 years. We have poured our hearts into each other for 10 of your lifetimes. 10 fleeting candle flicker mayflies as you are. You cannot understand the depth of love that we have built together. My
living is worthless without him. There is nothing I would not. Senior Colonel is an electric shock to silence Dash B. No, what are you doing? Bastards, you dung, filthy, screeching, presumed cursing too high pitch to be deciphered. I read anger from the anomalous behavior. It was intensely not anger. She was providing information, useful information. Continued screeching. The anomaly was providing information. You do not use personal pronouns when referring to objects in containment. That is basic protocol. I want him to fucking get karma so bad. Continue screeching. But yes, this course of event is disappointing. I will have to rethink the approach. I don't believe Dash B will be willing to talk to us in this session. We have to try again at a different time. No dialogue for 3 seconds. Clearly. Audio ends. Supervisor comments, the interview was unsuccessful. Dash A and Dash B are not providing insufficient information. It is important to discover more about Dash B's unique method of instantaneous travel. I am planning an interrogation procedure based on the emotional responses observed in interviews. It is designed to apply a maximally intense, acute emotional stressor on Dash B. I expect it to reduce Dash B's defiance and sense of superiority. This will make useful answers more likely. It's not a sense of superiority, my motherfucker. It's the fact that she's the last one from her kind, okay? And her husband. They're the last ones from their kind, and you took him. You took him away from her. So naturally, she is a little bit freaked out. And of course, seeing somebody who looks like the people that killed all of her kinds now strapping her to a chair and shocking her is not gonna make her think that you are on her side or anything like that. Yeah. Show incident on 2005 11/1. New urgent. Senior researcher Curry conducted a psychological stress exercise on both Dash A and Dash B today at 17 o'clock. Senior researcher Curry placed Dash A into the shock chair used in the interview logged above. Dash B was also restrained in the same room and forced to watch as senior researcher Curry applied increasingly strong electric shocks to Dash A. Henry, I hope the karma is gonna come soon and it's gonna be strong. Notably, this was the first time since the containment that Dash A and Dash B had seen each other. 25 minutes into the exercise, Dash B broke free of his restraints and incapacitated senior researcher Curry before subjecting him to redacted. There we go. After this, Dash B used senior researcher Curry's corpse to activate its travel ability and disappeared with Dash A. There we go. That's why I expected to happen. As of this incident, Dash A and Dash B are now considered to be uncontained, and their whereabouts unknown. Dr. Lena Reiterer, previously translated in SCP-3121 interviews, has been promoted to head of containment for SCP-3121 in the light of senior researcher Curry's death. I kind of wish we got a little bit of like, you know, him going like, oh shit, no! No! You're viewing the edit history of this page. The version shown below is the current revision 21 from 2017, 11th and 2nd, 10th, 15th. Also, it makes now sense why Dash A was so scared of them, right? Because again, they're the last ones of their kind. And now, like, yeah. But yeah, it looks like we have... Okay, then now they're back together. They're back together again. See addendum, SCP-3121, object class status. Which, by the way, Senpai, I know you probably... You didn't mean it, and it's also not a big spoil, but don't spoil the article ahead of time, because I do want to... Again, in this case, it's not bad, because... Going from Euclid to Kel is not like a massive, like, oh, how dare you! But just a heads up. I want to keep those, like, even if it's small. I want to be surprised, or I want to learn through the story itself. Dash A and Dash B are to be contained on site on the current location, the forest of Småland, Sweden. We're back in Sweden again. An exclusion zone 400 meters squared. I had no idea that's how. Oh man, it looked like I was just making a joke. Damn. Well, Maybe you should get yourself a lotto ticket because it looks like you were on the ball. You were on the money. Concentrated around SCP-3121's main habitation structures will be maintained, patrolled by 2 guards, and surrounded by anti-mimetic fencing to dissuade passerby from entering. Containment activities are to be carried out so that the Foundation personnel are not to be seen by Dash A and Dash B, as experience to date suggests that they remain non-hostile as long as they do not witness human beings. Okay. Description: Dash A and Dash B are small. We're getting the 4th time describing how they look. Measuring approximately 10 centimeters in height, entities resemble imbecile goblins going to the moon, male and female, and describe each other as husband and wife, display a strong emotional attachment. The entities have human-level intelligence, speaking a dialect similar to Middle High German. They display high proficiency in tool-making and wilderness survival, which they use to practice a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. The diet consists mainly of berries, tubers, and insects. I write for a living, so that's how I would have written it. That makes sense. That makes sense. I enjoy a shit ton of media. Games, books, movies. So I also think like the idea of them being killer again makes like the most sense, especially when you have a wife that can just let me previous interviews with Dash B suggest that I even said like I even said before, I hope that this ends with like Dash B like finding the Foundation, then using the killing Jacob, and then escaping with Dash A. Lo and behold, here we are. Previous interviews with Dash B suggest that the entities are at least 800 years old. The same interviews suggest that Dash A and Dash B are one of the few, possibly only surviving members of what was once a numerous population of similar beings. Dash A and Dash B were previously contained at Site 66 before an incident in which Foundation employee senior researcher Curry doctored. For further information, see Telegrams 2005 in the post interview review. Incident review: senior researcher Curry conduct during interrogation of SCP 3121 was found to be in breach of the Foundation ethical guidelines for intelligent anomaly. You don't say. What he was ethically questionable of what he was doing? He was breaching ethics? No. Nah, that's definitely not what happened. I'm gonna see what Telegram's all about. Interesting. This seems like a cool thing to have a sub-special again. 2 years later, on 2007 8th. By the way, welcome back, Kazuma. I read what you said. The SCP-3121 entities were discovered at the present location in Småland, Sweden, and current containment procedures were implemented. No hostile activity has been displayed by either SCP-3121 entity since their escape together from initial containment. All observations of SCP-3121 at the current site have shown them engaging in domestic activities, creating handicrafts, and taking walks around the containment site, usually while holding hands. And here we have abandoned hunting shack used by SCP-3121 as a main habitation structure. Yeah, that's better than what they had before. And now we're at the last addenda up to class status. 2017, 11th, senior researcher Lena Reiter, head of SCP-3121 containment, has applied for SCP-3121 to be downgraded from Keller to Euclid after 12 years of docile behavior. The application has passed the first round of review. I mean, yeah, I can imagine why she would like to be Euclid, because like, as long as no human being is there, they should be fine. But I can also see why this might be a little bit risky, because like well, I mean, at the end, the only reason why the wife even did this is because the Foundation caught the husband. Otherwise, they would have just left it alone. Like the wife and the husband would have just been happy in the forest. This is actually a good lesson for the Foundation to like realize, like, maybe we don't have to always capture everything. Maybe we can just like make like a little perimeter. I mean, they do occasionally, of course, like if there's a town or anything like that, they just build a little like fence around it and then be like, okay, we just watch as nobody accesses this town. They do that, of course. But in general, maybe the Foundation has to like learn, we don't have to always take the thing with us. Alright guys, I'm gonna check now what that was. I'll be right back.